Tips, expectations, what you should be expected to do to prepare for the closing. This is going to be specifically talking about preparing your home for the closing. So first thing, keys, remotes, clickers, the one that's on your visor of your car, mailbox keys, collect all of them. Everything that the new buyer is going to need, and you can either bring them to the closing, or if you want to leave them in the home, just let us know where they are. Don't hide them somewhere and then we have to play, hide and seek to figure it out. Second thing, forward your mail and do it in advance. The last thing you want is important mail going to the home and then the buyer having to deal during the moment where they're trying to move their entire household, figuring out how they are going to then forward your mail to you. They're not going to do it in a timely manner. So plan ahead, get your mail forwarded with the post office. Also, delete your current or old address with Amazon because this happens all the time. You're going in and you're super quickly ordering something and it gets shipped to the old house and you don't even think about it. So go in and delete that address now. It's going to save us a lot of heartache. The next thing is remove everything from the property, inside and out, garage, house, yard, all of it. I have seen buyers make a big deal about a pile of wood that it was sitting in the backyard. I understand that sometimes sellers want to leave paint cans and building materials and things like that. And I know that you think it's being helpful, but a lot of times the buyers do not want that stuff. So if you are considering leaving things, send me a list of them. I will talk to the buyer's agent. We will get a read from the buyers on whether they want those things or not. If they don't, get them out of there, because the last thing we want is the buyers walking through at the final walkthrough and seeing a bunch of stuff that now they have to deal with getting rid of. I can't tell you how many times when I am a buyer's agent having to put paint cans and trash cans in my car for disposal because the seller left them behind because they assumed the buyer wanted them and they didn't. So, if you're going to put stuff on the curb for bulk day, do it in advance. Don't have it left out for the closing so that the buyers then have to deal with it if it doesn't get picked up in time or they have to call the city to complain and things like that. We just want the experience to be as smooth as possible for them. If you need a person like a hauling company to remove stuff from your home or from the curb, I have a guy that is super cheap. Let me know and I can help make those arrangements. Next, utilities. Do not call and turn off the utilities, the gas and electric with DTE. Allow the buyer to transfer. When the buyer calls and transfers, they will automatically disconnect in your name. So we want to give them the opportunity to do that. And you are welcome to call DTE after they have done so to confirm that service is off in your name. But the last thing we want is that you turn off service before the buyer turns it on. And now we have a break in service. They go to the final walkthrough. The utilities are off. All of a sudden, they can't make sure that things are working. And that can add a complication or a delay if it becomes a problem. And the water, depending on the municipality you are in, the water will stay with the home. In the city of Detroit, you may have set up a special account for your water, and you may have even put down a $250 deposit. So the buyers will transfer the water service after the closing. That does not happen before the closing because they have to show proof of ownership. So we're doing a final water read. We will know the usage through the date of the closing so that you can be billed and get your escrow return, your water escrow, and then the buyers can transfer service into their name and take over from there.